like this, don't it?
You bastard! Leave me alone!
One more and I'll break your arm.
No! You're hurting me! You bastard!
Shut
No!
out, mate!
Wouldn't worry about her if I were you.
It's not her I'm worried about, it's my mother.
Hey?
She'll lead those bastards straight to her. She thinks that's where the money's hidden.
And it's not.
No. They'll never believe her. They'll kick her to death before they believe her. Bloody Chrissy.
What the hell's keeping them? They should have been here 10 minutes ago.
We would have heard if anything had gone wrong, Mr. Campbell.
What the hell is she doing here?
You told us to bring her, mate.
I told you to bring Simpson, not this slut. All right, Chrissy. I don't know what your game is, but you and I had better have a little talk.
Oh, don't!
All right, Chrissy. 2 minutes, and make it straight.
Anna couldn't come. She got herself slung into solitary. The operation was all ready to go and everything, and I couldn't contact you, so I came in her place.
So you came in her place? How very convenient. Where's my money?
Well, I haven't got it on me, have I? I didn't exactly have time to pack a suitcase, you know. What you gonna do?
You screw me out of $2,000. You stuff up my plans to get the payroll money, and you have the cheek to ask me what I'm gonna do. I'm calling the police to tell them exactly where they can pick you up.
No, Duncan, please, don't do that.
What do you think I am, a bloody idiot? You had no intention of getting Hannah out. You set her up and you set me
Well,
up.
that's not true, I swear it. Please, don't send me back there. I know where Anna's hidden the money. She's told me. I was going to tell you, honest. I just want you to help me get my baby. You can have the money, all of it. You just help me get Elizabeth, and I'll tell you where it is.
What am I going to do, Bea? I know Chrissy's going to take them to Mum's place. I just know she will.
Well, if she's got any sense, you just tell them where the money is. That'll keep her out of trouble for a while.
Yeah, that's the problem. She doesn't know. I collected the money before the police arrested me.
Jesus. You're never going to believe that. Listen, you better call the cops in, love. That's your only chance.
Come on, quieten down. There's no talking in solitary unless you want to stay here longer.
Mrs. Powell, I've got to see the police urgently.
Look, if it's about Officer Ferguson, you see the guy... Just shut up, Smith, will you? When are you going to learn to mind your own business? Okay, what's the problem?
I know where Chrissy Latham's going.
Well, why don't you go then? Elizabeth knows you. She won't be scared and, well, Brenda won't think nothing of it.
Get on with it. The first thing the cops will do is ring Brenda and tell her you're out. And she knows I've been visiting you. There's no way she'd let me pass the door.
Mrs. Latham?
Yes.
Police officers, could we have a word, please?
Look, if this is about my sister-in-law, the police have already been and I haven't seen her.
Yeah, that'll be the local boys. We're from the Major Crime Squad and the inspector wants us to take young Elizabeth into protective custody while her mother's on the loose.
Well, the other police didn't say anything about this. Can I see your identification, please?
Yeah, sure.
There they are.
Hold it.
But what are they doing? I want Elizabeth in here.
There's more room in the other car. Besides, if anything goes wrong, we don't want to be involved in any blackmail, do we?
Now, look, Duncan, we made a deal.
That's right. You'll get your baby when we get the money. Get in! What about Brenda?
She won't be any trouble for a while.
Good. All right, Chrissy. Where's the money?
Hannah got the money out of the factory through a courier service. It's at her mum's place. All you've got to do is to go and pick it up.
I'm impressed.
All right, then, well, if you just drop me and Elizabeth off somewhere near a taxi, I want to go somewhere quiet.
Oh, come on, Chrissy. It doesn't work that way, you know that.
I told you what you wanted to know. You said you were going to let me go.
So I will. If the money's where you say it is, you've got nothing to worry about. In the meantime, sit tight. Try not to do anything silly. We wouldn't want anything to happen to Elizabeth, now would we?
Arranged for you.
Yes, but I got thrown into solitary and Chrissy escaped in my place.
And you want revenge, eh?
It's got nothing to do with that. I'm worried about my mother, that's all. Chrissy thinks the money from the payroll is at her place, and the guys that got her out of here will do anything to get their hands on it.
Who are they?
I don't know. You get to her place and you'll find them.
What do you mean you don't know?
Look, all I know is that it was arranged by someone who wanted a cut of the payroll robbery. It was done through intermediaries.
And you say the money's not there?
Yes.
Well, where is it then?
Look, we're talking about a favour for a favour. You want Chrissy and the guys that got her out of here back, and I want my mother protected. The other thing has nothing to do with the deal.
And how do I know you're not sending me off on a wild goose chase while Latham and her boyfriend go off in the opposite direction?
You don't, but I'm not.
All right, Simpson. We'll play it your way. But if you're mucking me about, what's your mother's address?
17 Ignatius Street, Kensington.
I'll give you another deal to think about while you're in here, Hannah. The money. In exchange for an early release from here. Oh, I can swing it for you. Think about it. And think about the alternative.
I want the police. Hurry, please.
Benny and Frank will go with you. The baby stays in the other car.
Jesus, Duncan, what do you think I'm going to do with them great baboons walking all over me?
That's exactly my point. Now get out, we're wasting time.
The old girl is going to freak out when she sees them two. Now let me take Elizabeth in and I'll talk to her on my own.
She'll be quite all right as long as you do as you're told. Understand?
You're a bastard, Duncan, a real bastard.
Message from Sergeant Park. Be aware that Elizabeth Latham, the child of the escapee Chrissy Latham, has been abducted by 2 men and may have been taken to the address you're going to. The child is female, 2 years old, with blonde curly hair. Sergeant Park will meet you at the address as soon as possible.
Please make them stop. I haven't got it, I swear to you. Please.
Look, they're not going to believe you because Hannah's told me the money's here. Now just give it to them and they'll go away.
No, please don't break that. Be careful. Oh.
It's all right, Mrs. Simpson, don't worry. I'll make them stop. Now look here, you. She's told you that the money's not here. Hannah could have lied to me. Just leave her stuff alone.
Now listen here, sweetheart. You better start praying it is here, because if he thinks you've started some kind of double cross, you're going to wish you were back inside.
Damn.
.35 to VKC.
Go ahead, 35.
Would you please inform Sergeant Park that we have arrived at 17 Ignatius Street?
Roger, 35.
Looks like they've beaten us here. 2 men and a woman answering Latham's description have just gone in.
Look, did she tell you where she might have taken it? Well, there must have been something she said.
I don't know anything. Please make them go away.
Now look, Mrs. Simpson, please, you've got to try and think. There's no telling what these blokes are going to do if they don't get that money. To both of us.
Listen, you old bag, that money's here and I want it now. Now, you understand?
I haven't got it, I swear.
Leave her alone. She hasn't got the rotten money. Can't you get that through your bloody thick head?
Who's that? Get Frank. I said get Frank! Move!
Mrs. Simpson, open up, it's the police. We'd like to have a word with you.
What's wrong? It's the police.
Right, don't come any closer! Get back or I'll blow a hole in the old girl!
You trigger-happy bastard, you couldn't wait to start firing that thing, could you?
Well, what else are we supposed to do? Invite him in for a bloody beer?
Just shut up and check the back, see if we can get out of this place. And keep a lid on that bloody gun, we're in enough trouble now. Come.
Well, what's Duncan doing?
He's disappeared.
Disappeared? He's got the baby!
Do you want to get yourself
I
killed?
want my baby! That bastard's not getting her!
Shut up! You'll finish up getting us all killed.
I can't stand this waiting any longer, B. Jesus, why won't they tell me something? Surely the police must be there by now. Stupid bitch! Why did I get involved in the first place? If anything happens to my mother, I'll kill her. I'll bloody kill her! Run in front of the guards if I have to!
Hey, Hannah, now come on, love. Getting all upset isn't going to help your mother. Besides, the cops probably got there before Latham and her mates anyway. She'll be back here any tick of the clock, you'll see.
Mrs. Brown, is that you? Have you heard anything about my mother yet?
It's me, Hannah. No, I'm sorry, we haven't heard a thing.
Mrs. Morris, I've got to get out of here. I've got to see the governor, please. I've got to know what's happening to my mother. I can't stand this any longer.
I'm sorry, that's impossible. Look, we haven't heard any news. I'm sure if something had happened to her, we would have heard. Do you want to sit and tell us something?
Mrs. Morris!
Yes, Smith?
Can't you tell her something unofficially?
Smith, I don't know anything.
Then you've got another problem on your hands, haven't you?
Oh, what's that?
What are you going to do with Latham when she comes back?
What do you mean?
She's not going to find the company in here very good for her health.
Smith, don't start threatening other prisoners, or you'll find yourself in more trouble than you can handle.
I'm not. I'm just stating facts. If anything happens to Mrs. Simpson, then Chrissy is in big strife.
Told you we should have blasted our way out. The place is swarming with them.
Why don't you let Mrs. Simpson go? She hasn't done nothing to you.
Just shut up, both of you. Now, it's your fault we're here in the first place, so don't push your luck. Now just shut up and let me think.
Is everyone in position?
Yes, sir.
You in there. This is the police. Throw out your weapons. We have the building surrounded. You have 3 minutes to come out. Throw out your guns and there'll be no more shooting.
No!
Come on, Frank. We're going. We'll use the old lady for cover. What about the money?
Will you forget about the money? We're going to be lucky to get out of here alive.
We're coming out! Anybody makes the wrong move, the old lady gets it!
Answer it.
Hello? Where's my baby, you bastard?
It's Cam.
She'll be fine as long as you do what you're told.
I'm not doing nothing for you. When I get out of here, I'm going to tell the cops everything.
That's very unnecessary and very foolish. We have a deal, Chrissy. When you get back inside Wentworth, you get the information I want from Hannah, and Elizabeth will be set free unharmed. Furthermore, I'll make it worth your while. That's my final offer, Chrissy, and considering the circumstances, it's a very generous one. Now let me speak to Benny.
He wants to talk to you.
You have 1 minute remaining.
Come on. Sit.
Yeah. I'll be brief, Benny. I want you and Frank to give yourselves up. You'll have a perfect alibi for the bailiff job. I'll get you the best lawyer in town to handle the little problem you've got now, and there'll be 15,000 each in it for you when you get out. With parole, you'll be out in no time.
And what about holding the old lady? They'll throw away the key.
She won't be any problem. I guarantee she won't press any charges. There's only one snag. My name mustn't be mentioned, otherwise the deal's off. They're gonna get you anyway, Benny. At least this way you can lie back and enjoy it.
Time is up.
Hold your fire! We're coming out!
Look, I can't tell you his name. It's as simple as that. I'll be putting my mother and myself straight back into the same situation.
You didn't do much for her when you got tied up with these people in the first place. If we hadn't arrived when we did, there's no telling how your mother would have finished up.
It all boils down to this. You can't guarantee me you can make the charges stick, and that means I can't tell you. It's just not worth it.
I've already told you we will arrange protection.
No, no way. I'd much rather be alive in here than dead on the outside before I gave evidence.
Come on, Hannah. You can't really expect me to believe this guy is that heavy.
People get as heavy as they have to protect themselves, and this guy has a lot to protect.
So have you. Getting out of here for a start. Look, Hannah, I am trying to help you. But I've got people who reckon that you are responsible for Latham's kid being abducted.
Yeah? Well, they're wrong.
They don't think so. And they want me to prove it for them.
You can't. I had nothing to do with that.
Well, that's what I told them. I said that you were a good kid and that you would cooperate.
But I did cooperate. You got Latham and her boyfriend's back.
Yes, I know. But abduction. It's a very serious charge, Hannah. Now, I could get them to drop everything and to reconsider your existing charges. But I need the name of the man in the Mercedes and the monies before I can do anything.
Mrs. Morris, I'd like to go back to my cell, please.
There is something you should think about while you're still here, Hannah. While the big boy's walking around free, there's nobody out there to protect your mother. And nobody believes that she doesn't know where the money is.
Yes, thank you. Send her in. Well, Latham's back. Miss Ferguson's bringing her up from the front gate.
That was short-lived, wasn't it? Where do you want to put?
We'll put her in a regular cell for the time being. The police will want to speak to her in the morning.
Isn't that a bit quick to charge her over the escape?
Well, not entirely. Apparently, there's still some concern about her child, and they're still not sure about the circumstances of the abduction or what part Latham played in it. They also want to ask her about a man who was seen near Mrs. Simpson's house.
And you did say that Joan Ferguson was bringing her up?
Yes, why do you ask?
Oh, well, look, it's nothing really. I just wondered whether you had a chance to think about that matter I raised with you.
You mean about the possibility of Miss Ferguson putting sexual pressure on Simpson?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, I haven't really. I'm afraid it's very difficult unless either you or Simpson make a formal complaint.
Well, Latham, now you definitely know the procedure. Straight off to the showers.
I'll take her if you like.
No, I'm sure you've got that paperwork to finish.
Nothing that can't wait. Move it, Latham.
I think perhaps you'd better take Latham to the showers, Mrs. Powell. That paperwork would need to be completed tonight.
Whatever you say, Governor.
Come on, Latham.
Well, I'm leaving now, Miss Ferguson. You will let me know if there are any problems with Latham, won't you?
Yes, of course, Governor. Good night.
Good night.
Hello, Princess. All on your own, then?
Hi. I'm not really. Donna's having a bit of a lie down.
Oh, really? Not on my time, she's not.
Oh, no, Des. She got beaten up the other day.
She tell you that?
Some bloke she owes money to. I've been up half the night with her.
Oh, that's tough luck. She's lucky to have a mate like you, Susie.
Yeah. Well, it was because of me she didn't have enough money to pay these blokes off. I suppose it's up to me to put things right for her.
What did you have in mind?
I don't know. Well, I'm not what you call real bright. I suppose I either rob a bank or come and work for you. I don't know which is worse.
Ah, come on, lovey. It's not that bad. After all, you're only doing what comes naturally and getting paid for it. Besides, I'll look after you. I won't let no one hurt you. What's wrong with tonight? You got to strike while the iron's hot. You get yourself doled up and I'll take you down.
No, not tonight. I can't. I mean, Donna might need me. I'll do it tomorrow night, I promise.
All right, kid. Tomorrow.
Check these, will you?
Sure.
Latham's file.
On the Governor's desk.
Right.
Come on, Latham, come and get your clothes.
Right. Anything?
No. Nothing.
Mrs. Powell, can I go back into the shower room, please, to get dressed?
Yes, of course you can.
Where
What do you reckon about this business with Chrissy and her kid, eh, Dawn?
Oh, I don't know what that bitch is up to. I mean, one minute she carries on about how much she loves the kid, and then you think it might have all been a front to get out of here.
Well, look who's here. How'd you enjoy your trip on the outside, eh, Chrissy? Why, you're not too particular, Miss Ferguson, whose company you keep.
Yeah, you never know what you might catch, eh?
Won't be anything that you haven't had, Burns. Now, if you're going to the recreation room, move along and keep your mouth shut. Now, if I were you, Latham, I'd start recruiting some new friends. From what I hear around the prison, you're going to need all the friends you can get.
Anyone got a fag? Come on, Lizzie, you've always got a spare. I'll pay you back.
As a matter of fact, I haven't...
Don't you dare give her one, Lizzie.
Why don't you just piss off, Doreen? I wasn't talking to you anyway.
You get nothing except perhaps a good boot up your bum.
Huh? You're always shooting off at the mouth, aren't you, Doreen? But you're not much cop when it comes to the action.
I don't need to be, or haven't you heard Bee's the one who takes care of the action around here, and she's going to fix you good and proper.
Yeah, that's right.
On holiday, are we, ladies?
Mr. Faulkner, can I go and work somewhere else?
Oh, poor Diddums.
I don't want any nonsense, Latham. You're quite able to look after yourself.
She's an expert at it.
I just want to get away. They've been threatening me.
Gosh, she's off a rocker.
Yeah, all right, that's enough. I'm not interested in anything she's got to say.
Oh, come on, take her away, Mr. Faulkner. I mean, we're sick of her in here anyway, with her carrying on and her whinging.
Yeah, she's giving me the bloody irrits.
Okay, you can go on cleaning duty.
Thank you.
Good riddance to bad rubbish, that's what I say.
And you think you are being deliberately set up by the women?
Well, I can only believe that, Governor. I was simply questioning Simpson about some alcohol I'd found. And the next thing I knew, she was ripping open her clothing and standing there like some ravished maiden. Would have been quite laughable if it hadn't been so serious.
Have you charged her over the alcohol yet?
No. I couldn't pin her down.
Why you in particular?
Well, I'm sure the women aren't too happy about me breaking up their betting ring. And I'm quite sure that they've heard about my little grapevine.
That certainly would be a motive.
Yes, well, I'm certain Smith and her team know about my informers, but I'm being very careful about their identities.
Well, forewarned is forearmed. Let's hope we can nip this little business in the bud. You may go.
Thank you, Governor.
What do you think?
All sounds very plausible.
But you're not absolutely convinced that's all there is to it, are you?
No.
Has she ever made advances to you?
No. None of the other officers either, as far as I can make out. That's why I wonder whether we're being unfair. Trouble with these accusations is you can't help them affecting your judgment. For instance, last night when she offered to take Latham to the showers, I couldn't work out whether she was being helpful or what.
Well, believe me, time will tell in cases of this type. They don't remain hidden for long.
I think I'm going to be sick.
Look, if you don't want to go through with this, I can manage somehow, Suze.
Oh, no, I'm not backing out now. Well, and besides, it's not forever. 5 or 6 customers and you'll have enough so I can give it up.
Yeah, right.
Okay, sunshine, let's get going. Hey, you look like $1 million. Let's hope you make that much.
Will you shut up, Des? She's scared stiff.
Scared? Oh, come on, sweetheart. There's nothing to be scared about. Only a job. And smile. You got to smile. It turns the blokes on, lets them know you're available. Come on, cheer up. It's only a job.
Oh, I'm okay. I just don't see how I'm going to make much money at lunchtime.
You're joking, sweetheart. All those businessmen, plenty of money and not much time.
See ya.
Bye. about Duncan. Hannah? Oh, please answer me.
Lathan, you're supposed to be downstairs. Now get back to work.
Mr. Faulkner, I've got to speak to Hannah, please.
Do as you're told or you'll be put in report.
Mr. Faulkner, please, I'm begging you. It's really important. It's a matter of life and death. You've got to let me see her. Please believe me.
No one believes you, Lathan. Now get back to work.
Hey, kid, who do you think you are? This is my beat, so piss off.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know.
No excuses. Who's your pimp, anyway?
My pimp?
Oh, don't tell me you're a bloody amateur. Now I've seen it all. Bloody schoolgirls trying to muscle in on us working girls. Go and get back to your playground before I lay one on you.
I'm a friend of Donna. Donna Mason?
So why didn't you say you was with Williams? I'm only trying to earn a quid.
Hello, I haven't seen you here before.
I've been out of town.
Well, do we negotiate or?
It's $50.
$50.
Well, if it's too much, forget it.
No, 50's quite reasonable. Shall we go?
No, I've already searched it. Yeah, sure, everything seems to be in order. Right, I'll do that.
Oh, Bryant, can't you keep away from the place? I'm speaking to you, Bryant.
The governor said you could go right through, Judy.
Just a moment. Bryant, for the last time, I'm speaking to you, and I expect an answer.
Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Ferguson. Were you talking to me? It must be that I'm just used to having people call me Judy or Miss Bryant nowadays.
Being on the outside hasn't improved your manners.
You look absolutely glowing. You must be in love. Oh, that reminds me. How's young Hannah getting on nowadays?
She's fine. Come on, sign in and I'll take you through.
Right.
What did you mean by that remark?
Huh? Oh, nothing. You know me, I got a big mouth. I only open it to change feet. She does look as though she's in love, though, doesn't she?
Come on, let's get to the wedding.
You should have brought in some wool, Jude, and then we could all have knitted you some golly wool.
I need some stuff for a teddy bear too, Jude, because kids love teddy bears and mine fell apart.
Well, one teddy bear coming up.
Hey, thank you.
You really seem to have got things moving on the outside. How you getting on?
Oh, it's good, you know, but I get a bit lonely sometimes.
You haven't seen anything of young Suze, have you?
No, to tell you the truth, I haven't, and I'm real worried about her, too.
How come you haven't found her, Jude?
Well, we looked for her. Last I heard, she was staying with a pro called Donna, who was a friend of Jackie Donahue's. Mrs. Morris and I went out trying to find her and bring her back to the halfway house, but we didn't have any luck.
Just a minute, Judy. Are you saying that nobody knows where Susie is or what she's doing?
Yeah, that's right, Mrs. Powell. I guess the only thing we can do now is just keep our fingers crossed and hope she stays out of trouble.
You've got to give it to me, Des, please.
Now, why would I start giving charity fixes to a mole like you?
Because you were the one who got me started on it. It's not bloody fair.
We might, I said, do business. When we see how the kid shapes up.
Look, will you leave her out of it, please? I said I'd work for you tonight. I'll take anything you line up. I'll even take the ones I wouldn't go with before. I'll pay you back, I promise, Des.
You're such a slag, Donna. Look at yourself. No one wants a tart like you when there's nice fresh stuff around.
I'll fix myself up. I always have done before. Just give me a fix and I'll be right, please.
You've only got one thing going for you, sweetheart, and that's the kid. She'll do what you tell her. Do her a favour. Give her a taste of what she's missing out on.
I'm not getting her started on that shit, you creep.
If you don't, then you won't get any more of the good stuff.
Oh, hi. Sorry I'm late.
That's okay. How was dinner?
Delicious. Far too much for me, though, so I brought a doggy bag.
Good idea. Hope you enjoy it.
Thanks. Good night.
Night.
Donna, what's wrong?
Oh, it's nothing, love.
It can't be nothing. Now tell me what it is. Would you like a cup of tea or something?
No, I'm all right, really. How did you go?
I feel like crying myself. I tried to stay there all night, Donna, honest. I know you need the money. It's just... I couldn't stop thinking about that man.
You didn't get hurt or anything, did you?
No, nothing like that. It's just I feel so revolting. I feel like a lump of meat or a dog that someone like the look of him wanted to buy.
You had a weirdo, did you?
I don't think I can do it anymore, Donna. Look, why don't you tell the people you owe the money to that we'll go away somewhere and get a proper job? I can help you until we get enough money to pay them.
They won't let me do that.
Well, what are they going to do? They can't murder you just for a couple of dollars.
Make a bet?
Oh, hell, Donna. Well, what are we going to do? Would they let you off if you paid them the money?
Yeah.
Then I'll have to do it, won't I?
I'll never forget this, Susie.
They're just such creeps. I'm going to be sick, Donna, I know.
No, you won't. Look, take these pills. Des gave them to me. They'll make you feel better.
Oh, I don't want to take any drugs.
They're nothing serious. They won't hurt.
Oh, thank God you're here.
Really? Bee's out as well, you know.
Christ, I suppose that means I'm in for it in the morning. Look, Hannah, about what happened, I'm sorry. It's just that when you got put in solitary, I knew you couldn't go on the escape. Well, what else was I supposed to do anyway?
Don't talk to me, you bitch. I'm gonna ask for another cell in the morning.
I can explain everything, honest. Look, something's happened. You wouldn't have heard about it whilst you was in solitary, but it all went wrong. That's what I'm doing back inside. Anyway, Duncan, he's got Elizabeth.
I suppose there's nothing else he could do at the time.
No, it's not that. He said he's not going to give her back until he gets the money.
Oh, you're good, Chrissy. You really are.
Hannah, I'm not joking. He said he's going to kill her if he doesn't get the money.
You know what this sounds like to me, Chrissy? Another dear little plan of yours and Duncan's you worked out together.
It's not, Hannah. It's not how it is, I promise you. And it's not just Elizabeth either. It's your mum. He still thinks the money's with her.
You're a liar and a cheat, Chrissy.
I got a kid sister your age.
Who's that? What do you want?
It's all right, Lizzie. It's me, Miss Ferguson.
Miss Ferguson. I haven't done anything.
Oh, I know that, Lizzie. I just thought you might be a bit lonely with Lorna in hospital. So, I brought you a little present.
Black Label. God, you must be flush. No, I don't want it. You can't buy me.
Oh, I'm not trying to, Lizzie. I know how you like to have a drink, and, well, I thought perhaps I could make life a little more bearable for you in here. I'm not a monster, you know.
Well, seeing you gone to so much trouble, I don't suppose one small glass will do any harm.
Hang on, love. I'm coming. Oh, coming. Hi, how'd you go?
You all right? Not exactly.
You want a cup of coffee or something?
Oh, no, I just want a bath.
Oh, gee, that's fantastic, thanks.
Have you still got that $60 I gave you?
No, I had to give it to them to get them off my back. Just kept a bit for my cigarettes.
Oh, we should have another 150 tomorrow.
I'll take it over first thing.
We're going to get out of this once it's all over.
Of course we will.
Down by the old mill stream where I first met you. You know, I haven't felt like this since VE day.
Hey, Lizzie, what's wrong? You in pain or something?
Bloody cheek.
Burnsworth, it's all right, Burns. Go back to sleep.
You know something? You're a bit of all right too, Miss Ferguson. My bloody oath you are.
Oh, it must be hard for you, Lizzie, not being able to get a drink in here. But you all laid in quite a supply a while back, didn't you?
Did we what? And you should have seen the poor old screws looking for it. They were looking everywhere, but we fooled them.
Did you?
Yeah, they gave up at the finish. And you know something? It was right under their noses in the old boiler in the boiler room.
You're right about that bastard, you know. So long as I've got that money, my mother's in trouble. I'm going to fix it in the morning. It's all so clear, it's just come to me.
That's what I've been trying to tell you, Anna. If we give him his money back, it's not going to hassle anyone no more, is he? Oh, thanks, Anna. Thanks, I feel much better.
And I'm going to fix Mr. Duncan Campbell at the same time.
Eh?
He's not going to get 1 cent of my father's money.
No, Anna, you can't do a deal with him without the money. What are you talking about?
It's going back to the estate.
No. No, it can't. What about Elizabeth? What about your mother?
Once he realises he can't get his hands on it, it's the end of the whole thing. He'll leave us all alone.
Like bloody hell he will.
He's not getting anything.
You bloody stupid bitch. If he touches one hair on Elizabeth's head, I'll kill you. And I'll kill your mother.
He used to give me roses. I wish he could again. But that was on the outside, and things were different then. On the inside, the sun still shines, and the rain falls down. But the sun and rain are prisoners too. When morning comes around, let Last night I dreamed we were together, sharing all the love we'd known, till I had to face the nightmare of waking up alone. On the inside the roses grow, they don't mind the stony ground, but the roses here are prisoners too when morning comes around.